Under the eerie flicker of a lone street lamp, Clara stood shivering, partly from the cold and partly from the uncanny sensation creeping down her spine. She was waiting for the last bus home, and the street was desolate, devoid of life. Her phone was dead, and the fog rolling in from the distant river made it difficult to see beyond a few feet. Something felt off. The silence was oppressive, the kind that made her all too aware of her own heartbeat. Suddenly, a faint rustling noise broke through the stillness. Clara's eyes darted around, trying to locate the source, but the fog played tricks on her vision. Her thoughts raced back to the strange news report she had seen earlier about a series of unexplained disappearances in the area. She brushed the thought away, telling herself it was just her imagination running wild. Moments later, she saw a figure emerge from the fog, dressed in a long, dark coat and hat. The figure moved with an unsettling grace, each step muffled by the mist. Clara's initial relief at seeing another human being quickly turned into dread. The figure stopped a few feet away, and she could now make out their face, pale, almost ghostly, with eyes that seemed to pierce through her soul. "Are you waiting for the bus?" the figure asked in a voice that felt cold and distant. Unable to speak, Clara nodded. "You should be careful out here at night," the figure continued. "Not everything is as it seems." The words sent a chill down her spine. Before she could respond, the figure turned and walked away, disappearing into the fog as quickly as they had appeared. Clara was left alone again, the street lamp's light flickering even more violently than before. She felt a sudden urge to leave, but was rooted to the spot by a paralyzing fear. The bus would be here soon, she reassured herself. But deep down, she doubted if it would ever come. Just then, she heard the ominous sound of footsteps, this time faster and closer. Panic set in. She turned around to see the same figure, now moving towards her at an alarming speed. Instinct kicked in, and Clara started to run, her feet pounding against the pavement in desperate rhythm. The footsteps behind her grew louder, more desperate. Every gasp for air felt like a lifetime. She didn't dare look back. Reaching the corner of the street, she saw headlights approaching and heard the distant rumble of a bus. Hope surged through her veins. She darted towards the road, waving her arms frantically. The bus came to a screeching halt, and the doors flung open. Without a second thought, she leaped inside and collapsed onto a seat, her whole body trembling. As the bus pulled away, Clara dared a glance out the window. The figure stood at the bus stop, staring after her with those same piercing eyes, before slowly dissolving back into the fog. She never took the last bus home again.